I've got to say, Martin, when I think back to the whole Brexit situation, certainly not the only one, but one of the key veins that was running through that conversation often was around low-cost foreign labour. People would say people were exploiting that, putting local work as a disadvantage. That was one of the drivers for many people in Brexit. And here we are now, and people don't want to do those jobs. What's the answer to all this?
Well, it feels like Groundhog Day again, doesn't it? You're right to say that the Brexit debate was dominated by food sovereignty, paying fair wages for a fair day's work. That used to be a position of the political left, my old political heartland. But what's happened, of course, is that we have become addicted over the years to imported cheap foreign labour, especially in the farming sector. The National Farmers Union is entirely reliant. And we look at the wages they get. They are encouraged to stay in caravans, on site. Now, I've spent time in these places, on these farms, speaking to workers, speaking to locals. They can't afford to do that work. It's not a case of they don't want to do that work. Wage suppression is totally real in the fruit-picking sector. Now, what they should do is increase wages. We should be food sovereign. We should be less reliant on importing food from halfway around the world. Now, all the Liberals who want their avocados from Mexico, what about the carbon footprint of that? What about sustainability? Let's go local, but let's pay a fair wage.
What do you call a fair wage?
Well, it's a minimum wage job, but at present, if you issue visas for workers to come in, they have to stay on site in caravans and pay that to the farm. So it's less than minimum wage. It's actually a form of slave labour. Now, the farmers are dependent on that. That cycle needs to be broken, and we need to pay Britons a fair salary for a fair day's work. That, to me, seems eminently fair.